Hi guys, tutuloy ngayon natin yung conditional statements natin. So now we are going to talk about the else-if statement. Last time we talked about the if-else, now we are going to the else-if. Sir, it's very confusing. It sounds almost the same. Isa if-else, ito else-if. No, but they are very, very different in terms of the implementation. Pag-usapan natin later. So we will just continue our learning competencies as stated nung nakaraang meeting natin. So for our motivation, let's review first. If you can remember, no, we have an activity, create a program to determine if a number is positive or negative. So ito siya. We have, if we enter a number above 0, it will display positive. But if we enter a number that is negative, ayaw niya sumulat. Yan. Negative ang in-enter natin, the output is negative. Primarily because of the conditional statement implemented. Now, what if? What if, guys? What if the user inputs 0? What will the program display? So, balikan natin to. If I will type here 0, what do you think will be the output? Kasi papasok nga yung 0 dito. We will compare. Is 0 greater than 0? The answer will be false. So, this block of code will not be performed. Ito ang i-output niya. So, ang sasabihin niya dito, negative. But we all know that 0 is not a negative number. So, do you think may mali dun sa code natin? Yes, may mali. May mali when it comes to the implementation. Kailangan, when we create programs, we must be able to anticipate what the user will input. And we must be able to accommodate different instances of an input. In this case, kapag ang number above 0, may lalabas na positive. Pag ang numbers na in-input below 0, may mga negative. But what if 0? So how will we do that? There will be times, yung dalawang option, it's not enough. Di ba yung flow natin, top to bottom? One will lead displaying to the number is positive. The other will lead. Bakit parehas positive yan? The other one will lead sa pagde-display ng negative. Pero, in our given case, ang nilagay niya is 0. So, there must be another option. Dapat maging more than 2 yung paths. Maggagawa tayo ng pangatlo or even pang-apat, pang-lima, pang-anim na path. That is the purpose of the else-if statement. Kasi si if statement, isang option lang yan. Kasi tinuro ko kagad sa inyo if-else, no? Pero originally, we start with an if statement. If our condition is true, it will perform the codes inside. But if it's false, it will not perform anything and it will proceed to the next set of codes. With if-else, it provides you with two options. If the condition is true, perform this. If the condition is false, skip this, perform else instead. Now, si else if, inilalagay natin siya so that we can bypass these two different paths. Magkakaroon tayo ng pangatlo, pang-apat, pang-lima. How? Let me show you the syntax. Sir, it's quite confusing. It's very, very convoluted. But let me explain. It's quite simple. Gamitin natin tong notepad para hindi kayo malito. So, dito na tayo magsimula. We write the if and the else, right? Kapag true, ito gagawin. Pag false, dito sa else pupunta. Now, si else if, we write them in between if and else. We write the keyword else followed by if, and then we write another condition. And then may block of code din yan. And then we have inside yung iba't ibang mga codes natin for else if. So what does this mean? If our condition is true, we perform the codes. Kung ano man yung mape-perform, gagawin nga niya. And then we will skip everything else. Now what if yung unang condition natin is false? The program will now check the else if condition. False to. Check natin dito. If this is false, we will perform the block inside else if. Tapos, pag after niya ma-perform, we will skip else. Proceed na sa iba't ibang mga codes down under. What if the condition here is false? Tiningnan niya to, nag-false din. That's the time ipe-perform yung else. Now, one particular thing about else if is we can write as many else if statements as we want. Depende ngayon yan kung gaano nyo karaming beses kakailanganin gumawa ng iba't ibang mga path. The idea here is titingnan pa rin yan ni computer sequentially. Pero kapag may nag-true, after niya ma-perform yung true, it will skip everything na nasa baba pa hanggang sa maubos na yung else. For example, let's say dito magto-true. Ibig sabihin nito, first condition nag-false, tiningnan yung sumunod na else if, nag-false to, titingnan niya to susunod. Pag dito nagkaroon niya ng true, ipe-perform niya yung nasa loob ng block, it will skip everything else. Magpo-proceed na sa next set of codes. So, let's try to implement that sa code natin. Actually, ito na yun. Pero implement natin yan. We have if for positive, we have else for negative. Now, I will convert this else into an else if. Else if we add a condition, num is less than 0. So, if the number is greater than 0, aba, lalagay natin, ang output niya is positive. But if the number is less than 0, ilagay natin negative. Sir, should we proceed to else? Not yet. We will write another else if. Dito natin ilalagay yung condition na num is equal to 0. Tapos, i-display natin dito 0. Sir, ba't ganyan? Para saan yung else? Ito ngayon ang ilalagay natin sa else. Normally kasi, we use else, kapag marami tayong else if, we use else to anticipate if the user inputs a different kind of input. Kumbaga, gagamitin lang natin siya to trap errors. So let's say, pagdating sa else, we will write error or unknown input. Pwedeng error, pwedeng unknown input. So that when the user inputs up a number above 0, siya ang sasalo. If the user inputs a number below 0, siya ang sasalo. Pag ang user nag-input exactly ng 0, ito ang sasalo. Pero kapag nagloko yung computer at hindi niya naintindihan, hindi siya positive, hindi siya negative, hindi siya 0, medyo magulo yung example, no? Kasi lagi namang ang number naman either positive, negative, or 0. Pero pwede kasing sa ibang case, pwede nating i-implement yung ganon. Ang lalabas, unknown input. Kunyari, sabihin na lang natin, nag-input ng positive, nag-input ng negative, nag-input ng 0. Pero ang in-input ng user talaga, sabihin na nating decimal, mag-i-error yon, right? Mag-i-error yan pag naglagay tayo ng decimal. Pero there might come a time, baka umabot tayo sa lesson, yan, error yan. There might come a time na pwede nating saluhin yung error na lumalabas na ganyan. Although iba yung codes na gagamitin natin, pero yung concept kasi nun will be something like this. Ang ibig sabihin ng else natin dito is siyang sasalo ng lahat ng possible na input na hindi papasok dun sa mga nauna nating ibinigay. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say here. Mamaya mas pagkakaroon ng linaw to kasi if I'm not mistaken, meron akong example about a menu. Okay? So, ito nga, yung activity ko. So, activity 4.3, gagawin nyo na to for the rest of the time period. You will create a trivia about yourself. You present it as a multiple choice question. Meron tayong 4 na options. You ask the user for the answer and then you display a prompt kung ang answer is correct or hindi correct. So, example, meron ako ditong question, system.out ako. How old is Sir RJ? Tapos nag-system.out ako ng A, B, C, and D. Yan yung mga possible choices. So, dito may prompt ulit ako. Dito ako maglalagay ng input. Nandito yung scanner ko after ko ng prompt. So, ang possible na ilalagay lang dyan ng user, it's either ita-type niya A, pag pinindot ang enter, lalabas kung correct or hindi correct, or B, correct or hindi correct, C, correct or hindi correct, ganun din sa D. Now, dito maa-apply yung sinasabi ko na else statement. You will create an instance for A, you will create an instance for B, you will create an instance for C, and another one for D. Paano kapag nag-input siya ng E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P hanggang Z? Si else ang sasalo niyan. Okay? So, try to do this. Tapos, level up activity. Kapag natapos nyo na yung isa at gumagana, you create 5 questions. Para lang ma-practice nyo yung paggawa ng else-if statement. Okay? So, kung merong mga questions do sa mga ODL students, you may message me in Schoology. So please do your activity now.